So hello everyone, my name is Siddharth and I'm going to be presenting my topic of SD task. So this actually topic is of Jenkins pipeline in which continuous integration and continuous deployment takes place. So Jenkins is a widely used automation service in software development. It enables developers to continuously integrate and deploy code changes automatically. So it automates the step involved in integration, building, testing, and deploying software so that the team can release features faster and more reliable. So the Jenkins is configured to build, test, deploy a Node.js application named the previous task, which was the cake fresh. So talking about the structure and the agent setup that was there, the pipeline block is the core structure that defines the stage and step of the Jenkins pipeline. The agent any directive tells Jenkins to run the pipeline on any available agent or node. This is useful when you have multiple agents or nodes in your Jenkins setup. So Jenkins can use whatever resources is free at the time, ensuring faster execution. Talking about the environment variables that I have used, like the environment block defines variables that can be reused throughout the pipeline. This makes the pipeline more flexible and adaptable. The app name, this defines the name of the application being deployed. In the case my previous task, Cake Fresh, was there. This name is referenced multiple times during the deployment to create directives and manage files. So the EC2 user and EC2 host, these specifies the username and IP address of the EC2 instance that will host the application. This value allows pipeline to connect to the server for deployment. So the deployment SSH credential and Git SSH credential, these defines the credential used to secure connect to the EC2 instance and GitHub respectively. Jenkins uses these credentials to authenticate during deployment and when checking out code from GitHub. So talking about the repo URL and branch, the repository and branch defines what code base Jenkins should pull from GitHub. The pipeline can pull the main branch for any other branch as needed. The bash that is specifies the path to the git bash executed on the Jenkins server. This needs because we are running the pipeline on Windows and need git bash to execute Unix like shell commands such as npm install and ssh commands. We're talking about the checkout stage that was there. The first stage of the pipeline is called checkout. In this stage, Jenkins pulls the latest version of application source code from the GitHub repository using the git command. The repository URL and the branch are defined by the environment variable repo URL and branch. Make it easy to change this setting without modifying the pipeline script itself. Jenkins checks out the specified branch main in this case, ensuring that the pipeline is always working with the latest code. So I think it is important because without the latest code, the rest of the pipeline could be working with outdated version of application, which might introduce bugs or inconsistencies. We're talking about the next stage, that is the build stage. In the build stage, Jenkins install all the required dependencies for the project by running npm install. This command is executed using git bash since the pipeline is running on the Windows agent and needs a bash shell to run Unix-like command. So again, the point comes, why is it important? This step ensures that the application has all the necessary libraries and dependencies installed before moving on to testing or deploying. Without installing dependencies, the application won't be able to run. So, talking about the other stages, like the test stages that are there. Let me see the test stages. Yes, the test stages are there. So testing is an essential part of the software development life cycle, and Jenkins pipeline allows you to automate this process. This stage is currently commented out, but if enabled, it would run npm test using git bash, which executes the project test suite. Running test after the build helps catch any bug or issues that might have been introduced during the development. This is especially important for large teams where multiple developers are working on the same project. So again, the things come that why is it important? So automatic testing ensures that new code changes don't break existing functionality. It helps maintain the quality and stability of the application before deployment. Next we come to the deployment to EC2 stage. In the deployment to EC2 stage, the pipeline uses SSH to connect to the EC2 instance and deploy the application that I have done in this project. First, the Jenkins inject SSH credentials using bit credential. SSH key is loaded into variable SSH key so that Jenkins can securely log into the EC2 instance. Second, the Jenkins check if the deployment directory exists on the EC2 instance using the command SSH key that you can see. SSH key. This ensures that the deployment directory is created if it doesn't already exist. And the Jenkins uses rsync to copy the application file from the Jenkins server to the EC2 instance. It executes unnecessary directories like node modules and .git to speed up the process. rsync ensures that only the files that have changed or updated on the EC2 server make the deployment more efficient. Rsync minimizes the amount of data transferred by only copying the files that are now new or have been modified. So the Jenkins also installed missing production dependencies and reloads the node.js using PM2, a process manager, to ensure the application is running correctly in production. So this why this is important, because it deploys the latest version of application to real world environment where users can access it by automating this deployment and reduce the risk of human and ensure fast release. So that there is a post action. Uh, sorry. Post action is also there. The post block defines the action and the Jenkins should take after the pipeline finishes, regardless of the whether it succeeds or fails. If the pipeline completes successfully, Jenkins print a message saying deployment succeeded. This message provides feedback to the deployment team that the deployment was successful. And in any step the pipeline fails, Jenkins prints deployment failed. This failure message allows the team to investigate the issue, fix, and redeploy. So again, why is this important? Because post-execution step helps maintain visibility to the state of pipeline and ensures the team is aware of the success or the failure of the deployment. So the Jenkins pattern automates the entire process of checking out code, building it, optionally running it, test and deploying it to the EC2 instance. So by automating these steps, the deployment team can release updated faster and more reliable, reducing the risk of human error and making the deployment process more efficient. So I will walk you through the application that I have built. So this is the actual console that is being shown upon. Let me go to the other. As you can see, it has already been built. My pipeline. Stages also there. Let me see. And I have also configured the Git webhook as well for this. Yes, as you can see, this is the webhook that is already being deployed. So that's I have this application been running for almost a second. So this wraps up all the things that were there in my project. Hope you enjoy my presentation, and thank you for watching.